Let's stay sports. What is there to say? Maul, give us a free agency breakdown. Kawhi's going to the Lakers.
Clippers.
No.
I heard that was off.
I thought that had been off. But I'm going off ESPN.
Kawhi's going to the Lakers. Iguodala's going to the Lakers. Steph Curry took money and went somewhere, right?
He went
Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to Dallas.
Happy for him.
Oh, Jared Dudley. See, that's one. All right, they got Jared
Which I
Dudley.
think Dallas is going to be all right.
Yeah, Dallas.
No, Dallas is going to be more than
like,
high.
Yeah.
That's a good
I
team.
promise you they'll be very good next year.
Well, good for the other Curry brother.
Yeah,
on,
I'm happy
Maul.
for Seth, man.
Clay is
He worked his ass
staying.
off.
That was announced today, right?
Listen,
Well, we knew.
all of them-
I know, but
Well, shit, he could have left.
He wasn't going nowhere.
not with that injury.
Yeah, that's true.
Julius is a Nick.
That's a good pickup, though.
A very good pickup.
It's not a bad pickup.
Y'all know how
I
Listen,
think it's a great pickup.
I think the Knicks are actually, like, everybody's killing them. I think they're doing a pretty good job in this free agency shit for the first time in a long time.
they're
Listen,
not doing a good job.
Nah.
You
can't go out and just spend every year and have mediocre results.
No, you don't not put an offer on the table for a player like Kevin Durant. I'm sorry. Even with coming off an Achilles, he will be better than any player your franchise has ever had.
No. Ever?
Yes.
I don't
Ever.
Know. I don't know about that.
Yes.
I don't know about that.
There's no player. If Kevin Durant comes back 70%, he will be better than any player that has ever played for the Knicks.
I don't know about that.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Who's better than him?
Patrick Ewing.
That's 70%. Patrick Ewing.
Get the fuck out of here.
At 70%, I'm taking him. Sorry.
Yeah.
At 70%, Kevin Durant, he wouldn't
It's
have
not
missed.
better than Patrick Ewing.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Oh, that's your opinion. You're right. You're
But,
absolutely right.
but totally outside that, I agree with you, so we don't have to argue there.
You can't not offer for him.
James Dolan coming off of watching Amari Stoudemire and Joakim Noah, I can understand him saying that.
Yeah.
I can understand him saying it. He shouldn't have said
And
it.
Vin Baker, and there's a long history of them offering a big contract to people with questionable
That's
injuries.
all. I can understand him saying it. I disagree with it. I'm with you. You're supposed to offer that to him. But I don't think that's why. I think that was the Knicks trying to save face, even though I think it's true.
Save face for what? What is there to save?
I think they did the complete opposite. I thought their PR afterwards is what brought all the jokes and made their franchise look insane. Because I don't think, after the information we've all gotten that we haven't said on the microphone, we kind of knew KD and Kyrie was going to Brooklyn.
No,
Yes.
we knew that.
What did
We
he
knew
sign,
that.
a 4-year
So
deal?
you didn't need to say that.
KD.
4 year.
4 year?
4 years.
You
See,
didn't
the
need to go out and say that, yo, I didn't even want to offer nothing to Son.
The only reason why I think he would have been a good pickup is because the Knicks would still be a lottery team, so they would essentially have top 5 picks like multiple years in a row, and then get KD after it's all said and done. When he becomes
Knicks-
healthy again.
In true Knick fashion, the Knicks will regret not offering KD a contract.
I don't know. I think they're doing the right thing for the first time in a long time.
Okay.
But Parks is talking about free agency period.
Yeah,
not
exactly, in
really
general.
just the Kevin Durant
Right.
mishap.
The Knicks did not get any of the big free agents.
Good. It doesn't always work
well,
out.
I mean,
That doesn't
cool.
always
that
work
doesn't
out.
mean that you had a bad offseason.
Right.
That does mean that.
No,
It doesn't.
It absolutely means that.
All right, I disagree.
I mean, they had to spend the money, and they did all 2-year contracts. In 2 years, that's when the
You
bigger
talking to a
agents.
Knicks fan, so and I've seen the summers where they didn't get nobody and they spent all the money doing something stupid.
I'll talk to Knicks.
I've seen that.
I'll talk to y'all in November. I know how to talk to Knicks fans.
But
I know
why
when.
did they-
I know
but
when.
why-
I know
No,
when
no,
to
we're
talk
not
to Knicks
saying that.
fans.
It's-
You think Knicks fans think we're gonna be good?
I know when.
Yeah, word.
I know when
And
to talk.
no one's
to,
happy.
You can't talk to
But-
Knicks fans in the summer. I trust me. I've done the research.
If you put everyone on the 2-year contract into when
You
everyone's
cannot-
free shit is going to be up in
listen
2
what I'm
years.
saying. I will talk
I
to
don't
Knicks
like it
fans
either,
in
but-
November. I know exactly
If
what
I'm
Knicks
not
fans are going
getting
to be saying
KD
in
and
November.
Kyrie, I guess I got to spend the money, put them on 2-year contracts.
Rory, yes, you have to have somebody on the roster. That's not telling me much.
So then why
what
did
I'm
you
saying
spend all
is
the money?
you can't sit here and say the Knicks
I'm not
did
saying
not
the
have a
roster.
bad free agency. They had one of the worst free agencies ever because before this free agency happened, they were predicted to get a couple of the big names. They didn't get any of them.
Mo, I'm talking to you that knew KD was going to Brooklyn.
It didn't have to move on from KD. It didn't. It's other big free agents that were out there. They didn't land any of them. Not
AD
one.
was not going. AD was not going to New York.
Okay, well, that's on you.
There's 3 of them out there: Kawhi, AD, and
And LeBron was on AD already. That was happening.
KD and Kyrie. That's 4.
Knicks fans weren't. I mean, no, there's other big free agents out there.
Kemba.
The Knicks weren't giving Kimba max dollars. The Knicks weren't giving Jimmy
No.
Butler max dollars. They made it very clear. They said this.
And
if we
which is-
don't get a big guy, we are not spending max dollars. They said that.
Which is actually
and
smart.
and that's what they did. So you're saying they had a bad free agency.
So be
'cause they
terrible
didn't
for another 5 years.
It doesn't have to be 5 years.
Well, no.
The Knicks are going to be bad for the next 5 years.
I don't think that's true.
Okay. I'll talk to Knicks fans in November. That's all I'm saying.
No, we're gonna suck this year.
What do you think?
No, you're gonna
that's
suck
happening?
for
Why
the
do you
next
keep saying
5
November?
years.
What?
Because
I'm
that-
going
y'all
up-
don't-
I'm
what
going up
other
November. You
epiphany
said
do you
November.
think is
We're gonna
gonna
suck this
happen
year.
in
Because every November, December, Knicks fans say the same thing.
Tank.
Fire
No, we're
the
saying it
coach.
now.
I'm not
saying-
Yeah,
Fire the coach. But how
I'm not
many
even a Knicks fan.
how
I'm
many
just-
years are y'all gonna keep screaming tank? Y'all been screaming tank for the last 6 years.
It don't make sense.
But how many years do you
alright.
get to scream tank though? It's been 6 years.
How good do you
then
think-
when one of the biggest free agencies ever happens,
How good do you think the Nets are going to be next year?
the Nets are gonna be really good next year.
No, they're
They were
not.
good this year.
No, they was a first round bounce. What do you mean they were really good?
Nobody even had them going to the playoffs this year.
It still was a first round bounce.
You're not listening to
All
what
right,
I'm
well, you're not about
saying.
to tell me the
Nobody
Nets not
had
about
them
to be
going
not
to the
at least
playoffs.
good.
Nobody had them going to the playoffs.
The Nets will be good this year.
I'm gonna watch.
The Nets
You
will be
fucking
good this
right.
year.
You're gonna watch.
The Nets are gonna be a first round bounce.
It doesn't.
Agreed.
Listen to what I'm
Again-
saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Last year, nobody had the Knicks going
Why
to
are
the
we?
playoffs.
Why are we
No,
excited?
no, of course.
They went to the playoffs and took Philly to 7 games. Was it 7 games? Wasn't it 7 games they
It
took
might
Philly
have
to?
been.
I don't
Regardless.
remember. Yeah, I don't know.
It might have been 7.
Like, come on, fam. Like, without any of these, like, without a
Yeah, but
Kyrie
they just got
Irving,
rid of their best player from that team that overachieved.
and then they got
And
a
Ed
better
Davis.
player.
They get rid of a few people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they got a better players though.
But one of them's not going to play for the whole season.
That's okay. They have enough to get to the playoffs,
I don't-
and that's all you
I don't
can
know
ask
about
for.
If you're trying to tell me that I'm putting stock in Kyrie, Spencer Dinwiddie, Karis LeVert, and
Yes, absolutely.
and
Prince and Jared Allen and DeAndre Jordan.
being anything more than a first round bounce next year without Kevin Durant,
They
I'm
could
not.
be a first round bounce. That's fine. You just want to be a winning basketball team. Everybody's not going
But
to
they
win a
were that.
championship. Who?
They were that before the season.
But what I'm saying is, last year
Before this
nobody had the
offseason.
Nets going to the playoffs.
No doubt. But they
Like
were
experts,
I
nobody
just
had
don't
them
know what
going.
Maul's arguing anymore.
I'm
And you,
sa-
and you have KD out. For
what
the
I'm
whole
saying
season
is
next year.
you said were the Nets
Most
good
of the
last
season,
year?
yeah.
Yes,
No,
they were.
I never
saying
asked you if the Nets
One
were
of
good
y'all
last
did ask me
year.
if the Nets were going to. No, you
I
said,
did.
do I think the Nets were going to be good? Yes, they were good last year,
They were decent.
and they got a better team now. So how are they not going to be?
We'll see.
What I'm saying is the Knicks are going to suck for the next at least 4 years. Period.
I don't know about that.
I've seen
Okay.
They're going
the
to suck this year.
I've seen the
And
Knicks
next.
suck for 20
Probably next year.
years. So
Yeah.
I mean,
So this is why I said I
if
don't
they
talk to
suck
Knicks
for
fans in the
another
summer.
5 years, it means
But
nothing.
but
to
listen,
me.
what I'm saying it went from tank.
I'm saying tank now, Maul.
You were saying
I'm-
tank the last 6 years.
But that's my point. That's not true. Stop just saying it.
You
The
said
Knicks-
tank now. You said it last year. You said it the year before that.
Maul, the Knicks haven't had 6 draft picks in the last 6 years.
You've been yelling tank for how many years?
2.
So you mean only this year, last year, you yelled tank?
Last year, I yelled tank. In the Porzingis year, I yelled tank.
So that's 2. You're already yelling tank now.
That's 3.
That's 3. You yelled tank before Porzingis was ever a Knick. All right.
I just don't always think that going out and spending big money on free agents, especially ones with very questionable injury history, is the smartest move in the world.
Yeah.
I think staying pat and getting a couple good free agents and continuing to build with your young players is smart.
Me too.
Cool. And what I'm telling
Well,
you is,
smart-
Knick fans will
smart.
regret.
Smarter than the previous going out and buying Vin Baker.
And smart, given the situation.
How
that
long do you
you're
think it
in.
would be before Knicks fans yell to trade R.J. Barrett?
I'm done with Maul. I'm
I
done with
wouldn't
Maul.
know
I'm
that.
just asking a question.
And by the way, we're also not saying
I'm
we
done with
didn't
Maul.
want Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. We're saying when that's not an option.
No, he said it.
That's all.
Park said it.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
say
I said
that.
that you should have signed Kevin Durant.
That's saying the same shit.
We
right,
knew
fam,
that we
fam.
wasn't going to
Well,
get them, so
fam.
if we're not going to get them,
That's
sign
not
some
true.
2-year
That's not
deals
true.
and let it go.
What is Rory talking about? That he knew y'all wasn't going to get Kevin Durant. Why are you saying that? Y'all didn't even offer for him. Y'all didn't even put it on the table.
We knew.
If you want me to say what I believe, let me say what I believe. I think at some point, Kyrie and KD had their mind made up to go to the Knicks, not the Nets, the Knicks. I think something happened to where they both was off it, or one of them was off it. I don't know if that was the Porzingis trade. I don't know if it was
That affected it.
I don't know if it was Dolan doing the interviews saying, "Oh, we got good word," because that made me feel away. It was like, "Nigga, shut up. If you got good word, just go sit down somewhere."
What I'm hearing is that a lot of players don't like Dolan. They don't like the
Dolan.
way he handled Oakley.
I heard it
Yeah.
was
They didn't like
Dolan
that
too.
whole-
That Oakley
yeah.
shit was horrible.
I hate Dolan.
But when we heard this, and whenever we heard it, and then when I won't say his name, and then when it was brought up again when we was on the road, that was what we heard. It's Dolan. We feeling a little funny about Dolan. They're saying
Yeah.
that they don't really know where it is with Dolan there.
Yeah, players just don't want to play for him.
So
I think there was a convo with Carmelo, too.
What do you mean?
and you
I think KD and Kyrie both talked to Carmelo Anthony.
Oh, probably.
yeah, for sure.
Sure.
I think they both spoke to DeAndre Jordan. Is what
Well, that's
if what you
Yeah.
that's who I think they spoke to. I mean, and it's a bad optic.
Well, KD definitely had. I know 1,000% he had plans to come to the Knicks at one point.
Yeah, I know that.
Definitely,
That's a fact.
definitely.
So I don't know if DeAndre said something to get him out of that. Porzingis, Dolan, whatever it is, but I mean, I guess that's why the blow didn't hit me the way it hit other Knicks fans.
No, we knew
'Cause
at least definitely the last month for sure they were going to Brooklyn.
Yeah, I knew.
That-
what- I
Mo,
knew
that's
what
the
time
point
it was.
I'm-
I was just shocked
when
that
talking to
the
you.
Knicks never even put an offer on the table for him. Like to me, that was the shock of free agency. Like, wait, y'all never even
I just
put an
think
offer on the
you
table.
made
That
the
is
or-
crazy. You
That's
should- you should
ridiculous.
make it
No,
up.
I agree, and I think
Y'all waited for this free agency year. Like, how do you not at least put an offer on the table for him? Even if you feel like, we feel like you're gonna go to Brooklyn, but here's what we would offer you.
I just think it's bad PR for your organization when you put shit out right after KD announces that, because now your organization looks like clowns, and who wants to play for people that wouldn't give KD a max if I'm an NBA player?
They put out a press release or they put out some type of something. And
It was
I've
fake
never
leaked
seen nothing like this.
tweets. It was weird.
No, I'm talking about their actual press release that
Yeah.
after the Nets did what they had to do, and it said, "Knick fans, I know you're disappointed," and it was like, "Fam,
That was weird.
This is you're making it weird.
Yeah.
You're making it odd now."
Would you agree now that the New York Knicks, the allure of playing for the New York Knicks is gone?
No,
I
gone.
disagree. I had this conversation with my father on the
I
phone
don't
today.
disagree.
It's gone.
I think
Well, you
all these
asked me.
kids.
No, it's gone though.
I think all these
No way.
kids
It's
don't
gone.
give a fuck about playing in Madison Square Garden anymore.
It's just
I think,
a thing
I
to
think
say.
it's all gone.
It's just a thing to say.
I think it's gone.
it's just a
y'all
thing
are
to say.
idiots.
I'm telling you. Nobody's gonna come here. Nobody's gonna play for the Knicks.
I caught my generation caught the tail end of that.
Hey, can
allure.
y'all stop talking to each other? Because y'all ain't just spewing out points. Y'all just kind of like talking.
I'm spewing out
Let's
points.
have a
I don't know what
conversation
you
real
talking
quick.
about.
Let's talk. I want to have this
Okay.
conversation. You just said something that's totally different from what you asked. You asked me if I thought the allure of playing for the Knicks is gone. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. So I can acknowledge that the Knicks are a poor organization. Niggas still want to play in Madison Square Garden. I guess that's what
not,
I'm saying.
That's not what I asked you. I said, is the allure for playing for the New York Knicks gone?
Oh, all right, so when you say allure, I never thought that they had allure. I thought the allure was always with
You
the
know,
Garden.
you know the Knicks.
No,
wearing that
okay.
Knicks
No,
jersey.
I agree with
No,
you.
the allure is for the Garden, the Rucker.
Every nigga
Dykeman.
plays in the Garden. Every team has to come here.
Well,
I wouldn't
and
say
niggas
that. I'm talking
like-
about where this is home, where you put on that
Joe,
jersey almost every night.
Joe, I'll
That
go-
been out of here, Maul.
Then I'll go on the
I
ledge.
don't give a fuck about that shit. They put Vin Baker in that jersey. Come on, I'm done talking.
Then I'll go on the ledge and say yes. I think the allure of playing in Madison Square Garden as your home is gone. I don't think it was never part of these kids' childhood. It's never been dope in their childhood for the age group that we're going into now. I caught the end of it.
All right,
Like
So y'all
the
agree with me?
allure, I think is gone of
Rory
Madison Square
agree-
Garden.
Rory agrees with you. What I will say, I don't agree with that. It take if RJ
No,
Barrett.
he said Knicks. I'm saying Garden. I think it's done for the Garden.
Okay, I'm not even dignifying what
No,
you're saying.
people want to play
I'm not
in the
dignifying
Garden.
it. If RJ Barrett
That's
start
not
getting
making you
super
go
busy
to a
next
team.
year, then somebody will want to play with him in the Garden. I don't think it's that. To your point, though, Maul, and that's where I think this conversation lies. The conversation for me lies in old versus new business habits, practices, and acumen. The Knicks represent old business to me. James Dolan, his views, how he gets money, how he operates, how he runs the business. And while the optic is, I get it, Spike Lee and niggas in the front row, I don't know if that's really how the business is ran. The Knicks is one of the first franchises. So we can go back to however we thought the old shit was being ran versus the Nets. Now, I don't even know who owns the Nets, but really nice new updated building. You can see what they were trying to do. They had a vision with the Russian back in the day. You could tell what they were trying to do. Hove, mascot, 1%, front man, Rock Nation, just the relationships with the rap. Like, do you see what I'm saying just about how the businesses are ran?
Yeah.
Do you? Because that's
I understand
that's
what
what
you're saying.
I get. That's what I pull from what you're saying.
Even with
It's
all that
not
being
so-
said,
So,
said, the Nets had the worst attendance in the league last year.
Last year.
Yeah.
See, I don't think the players, like you said, the players don't give a fuck about the Knicks. I think the list of the things that players don't give a fuck about is a lot longer today. Attendance being one of them. I don't think for 1 second Kevin Durant or Kyrie said, they might not come out. Like,
No.
You know what I mean?
Listen,
Well, it's a little different when they come.
They know
That's my point.
that as soon as they sign,
they'll
season
bring-
tickets are sold out.
Yeah.
They know that they changed that.
Tell me what that does for the Knicks and the Knicks ticket and the building. Speak to me
Well,
about that.
well,
So
the
that-
Knicks.
that's kind of the point I was making.
No, the Knicks.
No, it wasn't.
No,
You're just shitting on the Knicks. I'm trying to have
No.
like
The
an
Knicks-
intelligent conversation
the
about
Knicks.
that.
The Knicks
All right,
are
you totally
living
missed
off of
everything
the
I said.
fact that they're in the middle of Manhattan. People go to Knicks games just by walking by the Garden and seeing that it's a game tonight. They'll just walk in the arena.
It's a tourist
That doesn't
attraction.
happen
No
in-
matter how much
for the
they
Nets.
suck, it's always going to
Yeah,
be sold
so
out.
that's why
Dolan
Dolan
don't
is
wanna
not really
invest in
tripping
the-
about
Yeah.
because the attendance is still up. You know what I mean? Like people are still coming to the games because it's in the middle of Manhattan. They have prime real estate.
It's a tourist attraction.
I do. It is a tourist attraction, and I
sure.
do think
Why
that
Dolan doesn't want to pay
I
anyone.
do think that Dolan has had great business and bad business. So he's not incentivized to really make this team better. That's why I like this Nets move, if you're asking me. I like the Nets move because it kind of forces you to have to do something. We've never seen this day where you were potentially the second market team in your hometown.
Yeah.
You're going to have to bust a move. Even as profitable as your business has been, you're going to have to now think about winning daily or see these big Kevin Durant posters every fucking day. See, it's different from when the Russian dude was just trying to prove a point and he put them big-ass billboards up across the street from Madison Square Garden. Man, Knicks fans looking at that shit saying, ta-ta! We give a fuck about that. Now... It's a little different when you're just putting KD and Kyrie up now on Instagram. Kyrie, home is where I always meant to. Woo! It's different. It's just different.
And he's
I would
from
like to
Jersey.
see how it affects. Yeah, but he had all that speech ready for coming to the Knicks too. I just want to see how it affects the Knicks, the Knicks ticket prices, the Knicks fans, that building, the attendance. Because all them Brooklyn games are sold out now.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Even with KD.
Just to see KD in street clothes.
Yeah.
They sold out.
Well, it's a certain
that-
energy that's going to be in the building now.
I don't think they'll see it this year.
Who?
Shit.
I think
Yeah, we'll see.
I
You'll
think,
see it.
You got Kyrie Irving.
October.
fucked up.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
October
I'm talking
1.
about- okay, everyone
Why you
relax.
say that?
I'm not talking about the Nets. The
talking
Nets
about?
are going to sell out.
Oh, the
They
energy
have-
with the Knicks.
I think energy with the Knicks in Madison Square Garden this year will remain the same off the tourist attraction that will always be there. If
I don't
the
think so.
Nets really start to see some success and the city energy shifts, I think it may be different. But this year, I think the Knicks
They've already
attendance will
seen
be the
success.
fine. I think it'll be totally fine.
They've seen success already. The last 3 days.
No, I'm talking about a whole different shift in the city.
This is different. You know what? And I thought about that too. I immediately went to the Jason Kidd, Kenyon Martin, Kerry Kittle's Nets.
It's a good team.
Because that team was super dominant. And the Knicks fans survived with a bad team. Even though we weren't the premier team. But they weren't in New York then.
Right.
They were in New Jersey.
Much different.
Is it even though it's that close?
Yep.
I'm asking. You,
Way
that's
different.
why I bring it up.
Different. Much different than when you can be in the boroughs and access that Barclays Center so easily with mass transit, Atlantic Terminal being what it is now, everything they put
Access.
around it.
But
like
fine.
it's so much easier to get there than to go to East Rutherford. For a
To
Nets
go to
game.
East Rutherford, that was a
different.
planned
even
thing.
even if they when they were at, of course,
Actually, pretty
Jason
similarly easy by public transit, for what it's worth.
No, but going to the
fam,
Nets,
y'all are
New
not about
Jersey
to tell
Nets
me
game.
getting to Atlantic Terminal is just as easy
No,
as getting
I
to
would-
East
I would never
Rutherford
say
when
that.
you're in New York City.
I would never say that. The difference is they're both in two boroughs, and people are just walking by these buildings all day, all night. Like that's why the Knicks sell out. People are walking literally on that block
And I
all
don't
day.
think
It's a
that's-
landmark.
I don't think
They
that's
sell
why the
out
Knicks
before
sell
that.
out, by the way.
Yeah, they sell out
I'm
before that.
against that.
Yeah,
No,
they
the
s-
Knicks
keep
see a
saying
lot
it.
of the Knicks see a lot of literally.
Walk
Some people
up?
don't even. Yeah,
They sell
some
out.
people.
I've tried to buy Knicks tickets, and they've been sold out. But way before walk up was a
Well, it depends on who's
option.
playing.
Yeah,
It's
of
hard
course.
to get a
If
Knicks
it's a big
ticket
team
at
coming
a
in
bad
town,
game.
no, you're not gonna get it.
Yeah.
But
That's
a
what I'm
lot
saying.
of the
This year
times,
they won't see it. Give it some time. I think they will see it.
I think the Knicks are gonna get booed every home game.
I think the Knicks are going to be decent.
Not to the players that are on the
I
roster.
think there'll be enough people in there that have no idea what the fuck is going
I
on
think the
except
Knicks
that
will
they're
be
at Madison
decent
Square
in 2
Garden.
years.
no.
I think I
They're gonna
can't
get
hear
booed.
all of y'all when y'all talk over each
They're
other.
gonna get booed. They're gonna get booed every home game. Fans
I
are
think
gonna
the
boo.
exact opposite. I think this.
Not the
all-
players, the owner. They're not going to boo R.J. Barrett and Julius Randle because they're going to play hard. Alonzo Trier, they're going to play hard. They can play.
So when
But they're gonna boo the organization. Like, yo, like,
at what part in the game do you know when the fans are now booing for the organization more?
what do you mean?
If the fans are booing at a game and you're saying it's not going to be for the players, when are we going to know that they're
No,
booing
you'll know
the organization?
You'll see. You'll know who they're directing that energy to. It won't. Even if the Knicks are winning, they're gonna be booing. Like, it's not to the players.
I think all of that net stuff and all the success they're having over there is going to empower the Knicks fans to encourage the young Knicks that they know don't have nothing to do with none of that even more. Like
Knicks
RJ
fans
Barrett
have
don't
been
have
doing
no
that
pressure
for
on the
years.
Kevin Knox don't have nothing to do with that. Mitchell
And that's what I said.
Robinson don't have
They're
nothing
not
to do with
booing the
that.
players. The Knicks fans have been supporting the Knicks and whoever's on the roster for years. That's what I'm saying. This is the year that it really fucked New York Knicks fans up because y'all didn't even bid for the player that y'all been wanting to bid for. Like, that's insane to me. Like, I don't give a fuck about his Achilles. Like, cool, he'll sit out next year. He'll come back. Players come back from Achilles injuries. Like, he'll be back. He gave the Toronto 11 points on what I felt like his Achilles was already torn. So, I mean, I don't know.
Tell me what you think your Lakers are going to do before we get out of here.
Maybe second round. Maybe. I don't know what the rest of the roster looks like, so I can't really. But I believe LeBron and AD and Kuzma are, and I think they're gonna bring Rondo back.
Kawhi be there.
I don't know about Kawhi.
He'll be there.
But if Kawhi's in the mix, then obviously that changes everything. But Bron and AD and Kuzma, just for right now, I think they can at least, because the West is tough.
Yeah.
The West it's not the Eastern Conference. It's tough.
If Kawhi is in the mix, I know you're a Laker fan, but I don't know if I'm watching basketball.
I don't want to. Let me just say that I don't want to see.
Only watch a Laker game
I don't want to see. I don't want to see Bron and Kate and Kawhi on the same team.
because that's where I'm at now. Like as a Knicks fan, like I was watching y'all. Just I'm a Knicks fan. Fuck it, I'll watch it. But I'm not watching y'all. Fucking Kyrie is dancing in Brooklyn. Like I'm a Knicks fan, but I'm watching Kyrie.
But the only reason why I just like to see players still be able to go at each other. I want to see Bron and Kawhi go at each other. You know what I mean? And then they both play the same position. So now who's playing the 2 or the 4?
Yeah.
I think that all of those superstars that we be talking about are scared to death of Kawhi.
They are.
All of them.
I agree.
LeBron, Steph. I don't think KD is scared of him.
No, KD's not scared of it.
It's funny. KD's not scared of Kawhi. Who he said KD was scared of? LeBron. I think LeBron
KD's
is
not scared of LeBron.
Well, that's what they said.
Who said that? We
said
saw it
y'all
in the
be
finals.
scared of him.
No, niggas said that.
No,
you know
I
the
think
expert people.
that KD is scared of LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
I think in that finals it kind of showed that he wasn't.
I don't know what expert said that, but
Who's
they're
the
wrong.
best player in the league?
Today?
Kawhi.
It would be Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
It would be Kawhi. Kawhi's the
Today,
best player in
on
the
whatever
NBA.
today's date is.
He's the best player in the NBA.
Yeah.
I know
KD would be up there. If
I
he
know I
was
said
healthy.
Russ, but you know, Kawhi's the best player in the NBA.
KD would
We
be up
been
there if he was
stopped listening
healthy.
to that.
Oh, a healthy KD for sure.
Yeah.
You would have to have the conversation.
Yeah.
But
And
right now,
is
today, if you ask me that
LeBron-
question,
is
it's
LeBron
Kawhi.
still in that conversation?
He's top.
He's going to always be in that
27,
conversation.
He's fucking
27,
LeBron James.
His numbers, you would have to.
Yeah.
But it's Kawhi.
Everybody from that draft is retired
It's crazy.
From whose draft?
LeBron's.
or not on an NBA team.
Not true. Not everybody. It's a few left.
Most of them.
Darko Milicic is
The notable
thriving in
ones,
the
the
league.
top,
The
top,
whole first round.
the top, like the top 12, 14 picks, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but we can't talk about LeBron being on that shit.
Why?
I don't know. Can we? We don't know him to be on that shit. That's why.
People talk about it. I don't. The reason why I don't think so is because you see the work LeBron puts in with his body, his workout regimen. Like the season they had just lost all them games and didn't make the playoffs, and he was already in the gym working out. So it's
I'll say it.
Because you know AD and Kawhi is coming.
Then I'll say it since I'm not the sports guy on the podcast. Yeah, to last that long at that high level, yeah, you taking something.
Yeah, LeBron's on that Dave Ortiz.
It's cool. I don't take anything away from his entire career at all.
Me neither.
I don't want to make that clear.
even
But,
even if you find out for a fact
I'm
that
not talking
he is
about the
on-
level he plays. That's LeBron James and who he is and how he was born in his practice, all that shit.
No,
but to have
no,
no,
but that-
injuries or
not
the
yet.
little injuries he's had for
But
this
that
long,
changes.
come on.
But that changes if we find out that he's on enhancements.
Not to
no?
me. Not to me.
What?
no,
Not to me.
I think LeBron James is as good
It
as
would
he is.
definitely asterisk.
How does that not change the
'Cause I think
conversation?
everyone needs to step their shit up and get the enhancements.
I don't.
Oh well, that's a whole different argument.
Well, that's why
I've never hated on people that
I
get
don't put
steroids.
the asterisk.
And baseball was
I
way
don't-
better when they let people take
So
the
much better.
steroids.
I don't put
fucking
the
better.
asterisk on the baseball players because it was the pitchers on it too.
Yeah.
The pitchers was on it.
Yeah.
So why am I only condemning the batters?
Right.
When Roger Clemens now had Roger Clemens gets an extra 10 miles per hour. Nah,
Fam,
I'm not condemning the baseball players.
Well, any athlete that's taking enhancement, you have to put an asterisk next to their career.
I'm not.
You
I don't
would have
I don't
to
do
though.
that.
It's like they
Why?
were,
Only
they
when
were
it
on
was
enhancement,
What about Lance?
performance enhancement drugs.
Everybody in baseball damn near was on performance enhancement drugs.
Not
And
everybody.
baseball used to be good.
At the best part
when
of
it was
baseball.
fun.
Yeah.
Bud Selig was complicit in it. And then he got
Well, yeah.
busted, and then they fucking put it all on the players. In basketball, if I find out that LeBron was on some shit, and this is where it's a little different than in baseball. Baseball, you on that shit, your power increases, your arm
Yeah,
increases.
he's on something different.
Basketball, you still trying to get that ball in that hoop. It's not a strength. It's not
That's
a
what I'm saying.
strength
I don't think
thing.
LeBron is on straight steroids. I just think he's on something injury
when
prone.
I
that he
pass
can't
the
do.
ball to the corner for the three, it's not an iller pass. Now, injury wise, I'm with you.
Yeah, but enhancements don't just.
that durability.
Yeah, but
And I don't think
enhancements
LeBron's the only
enhance-
one on it.
It enhances everything. You're stronger. You're faster. Like you don't get tired. You know what I mean? It's like so you have an edge over the rest of the field.
Oh man, take that shit.
I mean, if every player can take it, then so
Take
be
it.
it. But
Well,
I'm
if
just
you
saying.
take it and not get caught. Have a blast.
Professional sports. It's entertainment.
Well, I just don't. On the record, I just don't.
Let
want
me
to
tell
go
you
out
something.
on
The
the Lakers.
NBA and they forward progressive thinking ass, they're gonna be the first people to embrace some type of drug usage, and then we're gonna have some good games.
the only reason-
y'all thought you enjoyed Ron Artest going in the stands in Detroit. There was no weed around.
Well, the only
It
reason
wasn't a
why.
blunt the first.
He admitted drinking Hennessy at halftime.
But that's
Oh, okay.
that's not an enhancement though. That's
I mean,
that's not a performance enhancement. Drinking and
My
smoking
performance
weed.
is enhanced.
I perform better under Hennessy many times.
She's like, what's gotten into you?
Dog.
It's you. Yeah. You ever tell her it's her?
Or was intimidated and then just started drinking the Henny.
Yeah, y'all got issues.
Gotta
with
make
it.
sure I'm up to par.
You
with
ever
this one.
tell her it was her?
Yo, I want to let the new listeners know. I hope there's no new listeners right now. I hope no new listeners heard this. We're not normally this way.
No.
I'm getting out of here.
Reasonable.
I'm going home.
Reasonable.
Are you?
No, not home. Ain't nothing,
Hey. Oh,
the other home.
Nothing waiting home for me.
The other home.
All right.